So that's question number 1 that was answered for the Yankees. How do we play Soto? That was another question that was answered.
And I'm going to be honest. Looking at Cody Bellinger, he could. Don't tell me I'm crazy.
Not yet. I'm just waiting.
If he brings like a little bit of the vibe that he brought in 2023 when he hit
Chicago, yeah.
When he hit
First year in Chicago?
307 and hit 26 home runs, 97 RBIs.
Yeah.
Could replace that. Or
Well, okay.
Or
I'll let you go.
Or he goes back to how he was in 2019.
I'd love to see that.
47 home runs, 115 RBIs.
His swing's
butter.
in New York.
It's gonna be
be butter.
305 average, 406 on base, 630 slugging for a 1035 OPS in a 9-WAR season.
Now listen, no one's going to replace Soto. Let's be honest. No one's going to replace the impact Soto had. Not just hitting wise, but like discipline, walks, all of that. Cody Bellinger, if he's a guy that can just hit the contact,
if he can have
his
a
swing
350
is going to be
OPS,
great.
If he can have a 350 on base, I'll be happy.
I'll be happy with a nice like 280 average from him or like 270. But if he can hit like 30 home runs, given the fact of Yankee Stadium now,
he can hit 30 Yankee Stadium.
I think
he can easily hit 30.
He's gonna be a good middle of the lineup bat.
He hit 45 at Dodgers at
in LA.
The name of what is it?
Dodgers.
Is it
Yeah.
just Dodgers?
Yeah.
Dodger Park or whatever.
Dodger Stadium.
Dodger
Yes.
Stadium.
Yeah.
If he could hit 47 at Dodger Stadium,
He could.
which would just have a short porch.
He could hit 30 plus in New York.
He could easily.
He could have hit 55.
I'm not gonna get all unrealistic
55
here.
is a little ridiculous.
No.
But I understand.
It's an easier park to hit in for
100%, especially for a lefty. Yeah, that short porch is gonna be his best friend.
Yankee Stadium is the second easiest park to hit in for a lefty.
No, of course.
Fenway's first.
That's why I like the pickup. He's gonna give you good defense at center field, which is something that you needed too.
He could grab some bags too.
He can grab. Yeah, that's true.
He can steal 20 bags.
He could grab bags better than Soto could.
For sure.
That's another thing. Base running is an upgrade right there. Defense is an upgrade.
You can throw Judge back and right.
That was the key for the Yankees.
You can throw Judge back and right.
Desperately needed to be in right field.
You can throw Judge back and right, and you could have Cody Bellinger go Hulk balls down in center field.
Yeah, because he's actually played the position, and he's played it pretty well. Judge is a terrible center fielder. For anyone that does not want to agree with me, look at the stats. He's a terrible center fielder. He is a Gold Glover at right field.
And if you need it, say Bellinger gets hurt, Goldschmidt gets hurt, you can throw Cody at first.
Yeah, Cody is the first baseman. Yeah,
he came up as a first baseman.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's so true.
He's a Swiss Army knife. You can do whatever you want with him, and he's gonna produce, especially for a Yankee as a lefty.
Bellinger is gonna be a good center fielder. Like that's what they want him to be. Rightfully so. I think he's gonna be good for them. When he doesn't play, you have Trent Grisham, who's a great center fielder defensively.
Yeah,
and that's someone you want.
And he's a power bat who can hit you a home run.
I don't know.
No, we're talking about
Trent. I don't know.
Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham.
I don't. I think he's good defensively.
I've been to multiple games where he's hit home runs.
No, listen. Yes, he can hit you the occasional home run, but we only think about him for defense.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't.
Which is okay. I mean, he's a bench guy for defense purposes. That's okay. But we're talking about now. A huge issue with the Yankees last year was their defense. They improved it with Goldschmidt at first base. They improved it with Cody Bellinger being in center field. They improved it with Judge being at right field. Now, if Dominguez can situate and figure out left field during spring training and throughout the earlier stages of the year, because don't get me wrong, Dominguez is a good fielder. He just has to get used to the dimensions of left field. And now, if he can get used to left field, that's a suitable guy that you can put out there without any scares, any worries. I'm not saying he has to be a Gold Glover.
I'm still sick to my stomach looking at the massive gaping hole at the 5 spot. We don't have a third baseman.
We don't. That's gonna be brutal.
DJ LeMahieu is our top listed third baseman in the depth chart.
It's either him, Cabrera, or Oswaldo Peraza.
I like Cabrera most out of everybody.
But they're all not great.
That's the one thing. The problem with the Yankees that. We patched up all the holes defensively, which was our main problem, and I think that's the reason why we lost the World Series. But now we've left a hole that's always been a problem since A-Rod left.
Well, if we want to talk about losing the World Series, it was defense. I think
it was defense mostly.
Not hitting with runners in scoring position. It was offensively.
I feel
guys
like
are not good, but yeah.
one thing the Yankees, if they want to make it happen, they could attempt to turn Ben Rice into a third baseman.
No.
Ben Rice is a
I don't-
lefty. That's a first baseman / catcher.
Oh, you're right. I was looking at it wrong.
This is
Um,
not
but-
Don. This is not Don Mattingly, guys. He's not playing third base.
Yeah.
But
And you
there
can't. And
are
it's too late to turn Goldschmidt into a third
He-
baseman.
Goldschmidt is old.
Goldschmidt's old.
What's
I'm
happening
saying
That's
it's
right
what's
now?
too
another
long.
concern for me.
It's too late.
Goldschmidt's old. That's another
I
concern.
love Paul Goldschmidt.
I think
He-
what needs to be done.
Two-time MVP.
What
Yeah,
needs
but
to be
he's old.
done
One-time
is
MVP.
the Yankees need to trade. The Yankees need to take this trade deadline seriously. They're gonna see at the midway point of the year that third base is gonna continue being an issue, and there's gonna be guys on the trade market. Do you know someone that I really want as a third baseman for the Yankees? Listen, I know we hate the Houston Astros of 2017.
No.
I really want Carlos Correa as my third baseman for
No.
the Yankees.
No.
I love
He
that. I love
he
that. I love
is
that.
a listen.
He would
I'm
never come here though.
thinking-
He would never come here.
He won't.
Even if he was
hates
traded.
us.
He
You
would.
You
Yes,
think
he
so?
would. He would play for the Yankees.
He hates us. I think he's.
Angel, I don't
20 listen.
think he's coming here.
2017 was a long time ago. The hate is not really as much as it is now. Listen, Correa would play for the Yankees in my opinion. He's also a good postseason factor in the his numbers in the postseason are really good. He is a shortstop, I understand, but with the injuries and all that, let's move him to third base. He will play third base pretty well. I think Carlos Correa will be a huge factor to the Yankees. If we can keep him healthy, offensively, he can put up numbers. He still has offensive numbers to put up there. The only issue has been staying on the field. Another guy that I really want, hold on, before you say anything, if it's not Carlos Correa, I don't understand why the Yankees don't go after it. Please pick up Nolan Arenado.
I don't think he wants to come.
I don't want him. I don't
think-
want him.
He does. I think he stated
he's-
publicly he doesn't
also
want to go to the
brutally
Yankees.
washed.
He's
I
not
don't-
washed. Whoa.
Yes, he is.
He had an All-Star what was it? 2 seasons ago? One.
And,
Last year-
and
listen,
last year he was
last year.
abysmal.
Last year was bad. I understand last year was bad, but defensively, he answers
Defensively, of course.
the question for you.
Yeah.
And then offensively, you don't need him to be Colorado Arenado. You just need him to hit in the bottom of the lineup, which I think he can do. Again, we're thinking about Yankee Stadium here. Yankee Stadium, the dimensions, the factors, they can make good players great, and they can make okay players good. I think Arenado would benefit from the stats in New York and the field in New York offensively. And then if you could just bring the defense, that's what they need. This team in the infield needs defense. Do you know why we won in 2009? Do you not remember the infield we had in 2009?
We had
A-Rod, Jeter,
Teixeira.
Cano, and Teixeira.
Actually, I just sent a reel to George about the 2009 lineup.
yeah,
you
with,
realize that?
with Star Wars music on in the background.
It was so tough.
the line was
I messed up.
ridiculous. And that's something that the Yankees just can't get back to for some reason. Is just defensive and offensive good-minded players. We can't have. I understand that we need to use our farm system. We need to find talent within because players are starting to get expensive. But we clearly have not found an answer at third base from our farm system. Trade these guys for an established guy. We are in win-now mode. Garrett Cole is in year 6 or 7 of his contract. Judge is getting up there in age. Stanton doesn't have that many years left. Okay. Our window is right now to win. This year and next year. There's not that much time left. Those guys aren't coming until 3 to 4 years later. You need to buy, you need to trade, you need to pay players for now. LeMahieu is not going to sustain the entire season and give you 2019, 2020 vibes at third base. Cabrera is a solid, versatile piece that I don't think is going to mesh well playing full-time. He's great off the bench, though, and can play anywhere. And Peraza, they unfortunately haven't given him the chance to really play full-time. But you know what? Trade him to Minnesota for Correa, and then he'll get full-time playing minutes over there, all right, if that's the issue. And give me Correa, who I know has a track record in the playoffs, to perform well in the clutch. That's an issue. Runners for scoring position was terrible for the Yankees throughout the playoffs. Not just the World Series. Throughout the playoffs, the Yankees could not score with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
They won games off clutch moments by Stanton, by Soto. It wasn't bases loaded, no outs, scraps a run or two, and there, you're good. There was many opportunities where the Yankees would have someone on third base, second base, 0 outs, 1 out, 2 outs straight, in and over. That's the issue with the New York Yankees right now, that there were not enough clutch situational hitting. Correa will bring that to you in the postseason, throughout the season when he's healthy. And if he's not healthy throughout the season, okay, get him healthy for September and October then. And I promise you, he will hit.
Angel, one thing with that, what if we don't get Correa? And that's a big concern, the Yankees' offense, especially in the clutch, like you're saying. Who's going to take up? Who's going to step up? Because obviously Judge has failed to show up, which I hate to see. But he's failed to show up. Like Jazz, great player.
I was going to say his name.
Jazz,
I love
Cody,
Jazz.
but like they need to prove themselves because Jazz, he was quiet during the postseason.
Every player has to prove themselves. Okay, offensively, the Yankees were not the same in the postseason. No matter, listen, the Royals and Guardians played worse than us, and we played bad.
Yeah,
That's how we got to the World Series. Okay, we did not play like the regular season where we were scoring 5-6 runs a game. Okay, we had great pitching in the postseason. Don't get me wrong, and our rotation and bullpen got boosted. So I see the same patterns happening this year if we make it. But offensively, we need to be confident that the same offensive team that could score 4 to 6 runs a game in the regular season can do the same thing in the postseason, so that you can give your pitching a break in the postseason.
One thing I'm looking for is for that one player to step up and be a leader when Judge proves he fails. Because, John Carlos getting old. I'm not sure if he's going to have the same, Stanton
is injured right now, so that's gonna be an issue to look out throughout the season.
But I'm looking towards an Anthony Volpe or Austin Wells to finally take that big step and become the face of the franchise.
Volpe is
Year 3 for Volpe.
He had a massive grand slam.
Massive postseason, not just the work, massive postseason. If you look at his numbers,
Volpe's gonna use that to his advantage this year. He's gonna have a very solid year.
If I'm a player, my mentality is, I just had a good postseason. I just had a huge grand slam in the World Series of all places. At home, it was a magical run. If you look at the numbers, I know we had an argument between Stanton and Soto earlier. Volpe was up there as one of the best players throughout the postseason. He was practically our top 3rd best player in the postseason. If I'm mentality-wise a player, I'm looking at that as wow, I'm capable of doing this when the lights are bright. Let me piggyback and take this throughout the regular season now. I expect a big season between Volpe as well, year 3. I expect a lot of big years for the Yankees. I think Chisholm is a potential 30-30 kind of guy. Volpe can get his average up. That's going to be great. If Wells can hit 20 home runs, that'd be great. If Dominguez can be, a Rookie of the Year candidate, that'd be great. It's going to be a lot of question marks, a lot of what-ifs with the Yankees. But that's going to do it for us here on 101. It was a great show. 3 hours full of content, basketball, football, baseball.
Hockey interview.
Can't forget about that. We may have been undermanned, but we did it, guys.
Yes, we did.
For George, for Lewis, for Bradley,
hold up, quick. Big shout out behind the scenes. Lewis and Bradley holding down the fort.
Big shout out.
Understaffed, unmanned.
Producer and host backstage for Lewis and Bradley.
Big shout out to you, too.
For me, Angel Ducret and George here in the studio. If you missed anything of 101, you can check on WFUV Sports YouTube page. You can check on the radio tonight, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. on 90.7
FM.
101 is a production of WFUV Sports. We will see you next week.